Donald Trump is absolutely desperate to undo Joe Biden's pardons that Joe Biden issued before leaving the Oval Office earlier this year. He put up a Truth Social post saying, quote, "Any and all documents, proclamations, executive orders, memorandums, contracts signed by order of the now infamous and unauthorized Autopen, all caps, within the administration of Joe Biden are hereby null, void, and of no further force or effect." Imagine being the person who was having to feed him that language. Anyone receiving pardons, commutations, or any other legal document so signed, please be advised that said document has been fully and completely terminated and is of no legal effect. Thank you for your attention to this matter. His base wants him to prosecute Dr. Anthony Fauci. They desperately want Dr. Anthony Fauci put in prison because of the COVID response. Donald Trump himself personally is desperate to prosecute members of the January 6th committee. But they were all pardoned by Joe Biden. And here's the thing. I was reading up a little bit on this about the Autopen, so what is the Autopen? It's a machine that signs a signature. And the crux of Trump's allegation is that members of Joe Biden's White House staff or members of his administration were using the Autopen to sign Joe Biden's name to things that Joe Biden either was unaware of, hadn't consented to, or was so dementia-addled that he didn't have the capacity to consent to the use of the Autopen. The use of the Autopen is legal. The first president who had an Autopen was Thomas Jefferson. It obviously was not an electric one back then, but it was mechanical, that someone else could affix his exact signature to documents. But the key, in the legal context, is the president aware of what the Autopen is being used for? Did he consent to the use of the Autopen? Did he authorize its use to sign a document that he has approved? If it's a document that has been approved by the president, then the use of the Autopen is legal. And in general, a signature affixed by an Autopen is considered legal, provided it is done under the express direction and consent of the person whose signature is being applied. Not that complicated. That sentence is shorter than Donald Trump's Truth Social post on this issue. If the person whose signature is being applied to a document is directing that their signature is be applied to that document and consents to their signature being applied to that document, then that signature is legal. It'll be interesting to see if Donald Trump follows up that initial Truth Social post that I just read with any other remarks or Truth Social posts demanding that those specific individuals be prosecuted by Pam Bondi and the DOJ. Then we'll get to litigate this issue again. But the use, hang on one second here. Okay, I just had to find this one thing. Within the context of the United States president, for the President of the United States, the use of an Autopen is considered legal for signing bills into law and issuing pardons. This is based on a 2005 Department of Justice Office of Legal Counsel memo which concluded that the president may direct his subordinates to affix his signature to such documents. Presidents have used mechanical signing devices since Thomas Jefferson, with modern autopens being used by numerous presidents, including George W. Bush, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Donald Trump. Donald Trump uses an autopen. Legal scholars widely agree that the Constitution does not require a president to physically sign very many of the documents with their own hand to make them legally enforceable. While the practice is generally accepted as legal by the Office of Legal Counsel and most experts, it has been the subject of political controversy, which is what Donald Trump is doing, with some lawmakers arguing that the president must be physically present when the signature is applied to be constitutional. This argument has not been successfully tested in court. So the test is going to be if Donald Trump demands that Pam Bondi indicts Dr. Anthony Fauci or members of the January 6th committee. If he does that, and if she does that, then we'll be off to the races.